Israel, Palestine is free. When I was 7, I learned a lesson from Cuban Easy E. What was it again? Oh yeah, fuck the police.
No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! 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 No KKK, no fascist USA!
Donald Trump, you can't hide!
You are guilty of war crimes!
You are guilty of war crimes!
Overnight, yeah. As soon as we got the word last night about bombs and and then this morning with the news about I mean, we were already in work before this morning, but it started like 11 p.m. last night. And here we are. Yeah, I was impressed.
Y'all see the crowd like
Actually, I'm going to be doing it really urgently because Trump would like to use this attack on Venezuela to build up a leaks of aggression against the country, a sovereign country. He would like to use that as justification to do this to other sovereign countries, to other people, in the name of, he likes to call it, you know, like, so we can get our oil back, but how is it the United States' oil when it's literally in Venezuela under the Venezuelan control and ownership? So we're treating it urgently because this is just the beginning of an imperialist war drive that we don't think serves any working class person here in this country or around the world. And we'd like to see a future where without endless wars.
What does it mean to your organization to see so many
Yeah, I think it changes the narrative. It goes against the narrative that Trump is kind of putting out in the mainstream media, that no one, there's a lot of just kind of racist, xenophobic kind of talking points that he's using, but I think seeing all these people come out here on such short notice, it shows people that we take this seriously and we take international solidarity very seriously, and would like to, you know, instead of the U.S. being the bully and the police officer of the world, we want to see the U.S. be a friend of every single country, every single person on this planet, so that we can have, I don't know, a little future on a planet that is healthy.
Last thing, I guess, what is like the main message you understand? You had to give one chant, what would it be? I know, it's a loaded question.
Money for jobs and education, not for war and occupation. That's what money should be spent on. Thanks so much for coming out, covering us. That was really good time.
Stop bombing Venezuela! Stop bombing Venezuela! No war on Venezuela! No war on Venezuela! Stop bombing Venezuela! Stop bombing Venezuela! Money for jobs and education! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Not for war and occupation! Money for jobs and education! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! this war before it starts. Venezuela in our hearts.
Venezuela in our hearts.
Stop this war before it starts. Stop this war before it starts. Venezuela in our hearts. Venezuela in our hearts.
Tell me,
Stop this war before it starts. Stop this war before it starts. El pueblo vive, vive. El pueblo vive, vive.
that's where the prison is. That's where the prison is. I've been out there. The prison itself. The jump basically.
La lucha sigue, sigue. El pueblo vive, vive. El pueblo vive, vive. La lucha sigue, sigue. La lucha sigue, sigue. We know what we're fighting for. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war. Not another endless war. We know what we're fighting for. We know what we're fighting for. Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
Trump, escucha.
Trump,
Escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Estamos en la lucha. Trump, escucha. Trump, escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Estamos en la lucha. Trump, escucha. Trump, escucha. Estamos en la lucha. Estamos en la lucha. No war on Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. Thank you all for being out here today. We're going to get started with the program in just a short minute here. Let me hear everyone loud.
Support Trump.
Thank you all for being out here today. One more time. No war on Venezuela. No war on Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. Stop bombing Venezuela. All right, thank you. We're going to get started in just a second here. Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fund our schools, not our war.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fund our schools, not our war.
5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombs, it's not too late.
6, 7, 8. Stop the bomb, it's not too late.
Okay, we can be more in time. We got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fund our schools, not our war.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fund our schools, not our wars.
5, 6, 7, 8. Stop the bombs, it's not too late.
those sounds are like the reenactments they do on the boats over there, so no need to be worried. Alright. Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Donald Trump in the USA!
Donald Trump in the USA!
Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Donald Trump in the USA!
Donald Trump in the USA!
Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Donald Trump in the USA!
Donald Trump in the USA!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
Hey Trump, you're a liar!
Hey Trump, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire!
No more wars for empire!
Hey Hegseth, you're a liar!
Hey Nixon, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire!
No more wars for empire!
Hey Rubio, you're a liar!
Hey Rubio, you're a liar!
No more wars for empire!
No more wars for empire!
Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Donald Trump in the USA!
Donald Trump in the USA!
Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Hegseth in the USA!
Hegseth in the USA!
Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today?
Rubio in the USA!
Rubio in the USA!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more coups, no more wars!
Venezuela isn't yours!
Venezuela isn't yours!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more coups, no more wars!
Latin America isn't yours!
Latin America isn't yours!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more coups, no more wars!
Venezuela isn't yours!
Venezuela isn't yours!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Voting Venezuela is a crime!
Venezuela is a crime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Voting Venezuela is a crime!
Bombing Venezuela is a crime!
We know what we're fighting for!
We know what we're fighting for!
Not another endless war!
Not another endless war!
We know what we're fighting for!
We know what we're fighting for!
Not another endless war!
Not another endless war!
El pueblo vive, vive!
El pueblo vive, vive!
La lucha sigue, sigue!
La lucha sigue, sigue!
El pueblo vive, vive!
El pueblo vive, vive!
La lucha sigue, sigue!
La lucha sigue, sigue!
Trump, escucha!
Trump, escucha!
Estamos en la lucha!
Estamos en la lucha!
Give it up. Thank you all for being out here today. We're going to be getting started with our program shortly. But first of all, can I hear everyone give it up one more time for everyone who's out here? Give it up for yourselves. Thank you all for being out here today. Greetings, everyone. My name is Sierra. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. It is somber and grave news that brings us out here today. But there is no better place to be right now with all that is going on than outside. Check, check, check. Awesome, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Even with everything that's going on in the world right now, there is no better place to be than outside with all of you making our voices heard.
Right.
I'll be honest, this news weighs heavy on my heart to see our government, with our tax dollars, bomb another country's capital, killing innocent people and endangering thousands. Shame! Shame. Not only that, but to then kidnap that nation's elected leader is outrageous, it's shameful, it's disgraceful. We cannot sit by and let our government commit these war crimes in our name. Shame. The U.S. government has no right to kidnap the president of another country. No matter what the Trump administration accuses Maduro of, there is no legal, moral, or rational basis to kidnap the leader, the president of another country, our neighbor, who has committed no act of aggression against us, even after the Trump administration has murdered fishermen and stolen tankers full of oil. We demand that these acts of war end immediately. I'm honored to be joined by some steadfast organizers here with us today, veterans, anti-war activists, and fellow community members who believe in a world free from this callous violence. And it's not just us out here today. Over 75 cities across the country are mobilizing against this act of war. Let's hear it for all of our brothers and sisters across the country. And not only that, but we are also out here today in spirit and in solidarity with the thousands taking to the streets to defend their homeland in Venezuela. Repeat after me. No war on Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and get started with our program here. And first, I would like you to all join me in welcoming Patrick up. Patrick is part of the Answer Coalition. Please give it up for Patrick.
Thank you, Sierra. Thank you all for being here. I'm so sorry that it has to be under these terrible circumstances. So I'm with the Answer Coalition, and that stands for Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. I was raised in an immigrant household that preached American exceptionalism, that somehow the U.S. has a special power in the world, whether by divine providence or enlightened principles, that would lead the world to peace and prosperity. Excuse me. In fact, some of my family believed colonialism was good, and that the U.S. military presence in the Philippines was good. So because of this, my father enlisted in the Army, my brother enlisted in the Army, my cousins enlisted in the Marine Corps, and I enlisted in the Marine Corps. But as time went on, I realized the true nature of how our government works, of how capitalism works. The U.S. has overthrown sovereign nations, installed dictators and puppet governments, and meddled in the affairs of virtually every country in the world to extract resources, serving the interests of the people at the top and maintaining U.S. hegemony. That is the definition of imperialism, and it is the highest form of capitalism. My time in the military, along with my brother and cousins, was during the so-called Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. Many of the same tactics used then are being used now, except today, the administration isn't even pretending to hide behind international law. Venezuela is not new. This has been a project for close to 30 years. Venezuela maintains sovereignty over resources that our government and our ruling class want, oil. So they use the combined power of the US government, the military, the media, and think tanks to influence public perception, allowing them to act with impunity. I think of my own family's affinity for being colonial subjects when I see people claiming to be happy that the US is invading their country. That is the imperial playbook. They create reasons to justify intervention and push those ideas to the average person. So while people are fixated on Maduro, the true reason, hidden out of sight, is the impunity with which the US government operates. deciding that another country's resources should be theirs and its people subservient. As long as we let these people stay in power, time is against us, folks. Our government, again, has invaded or meddled in virtually every country on this planet, claiming that it will make us safer or better off. But have things gotten better? Never! We all see it. We all feel it. Our quality of life is becoming more and more destitute. Look at the decay of our communities. Despite being the richest country in the world, and look at the power that they wield to invade other countries or protect predators on the Epstein list. Remember this when you feel the pressure of decay and they tell you that there's nothing that they can do. If you think unemployment and homelessness are bad now, imagine when they replace us with AI. They will use all their money and power to create different and creative ways to replace us. And as police militarization increases and people become more desperate, guess who will be ready to lock us up while private prisons profit off our despair? That's right. And as the climate crisis worsens, they will use all their R&D to save themselves and leave the rest of us to die. Think of Shelltown. Think of LA. Think of the Pacific Northwest. Think of Katrina. They do not care. Think of the people displaced by natural disasters, the climate refugees. They would rather lock us up or send ICE after refugees than to help us. It's 2026, and Venezuela is just the beginning. As U.S. power declines globally, our government will do anything to maintain dominance, including starting more imperialist wars. Think about what we could do if we use all that money and might to fight poverty instead, to fight climate change, and to fight for a better world. So, what is it are we to do? We are told from birth that this system is the only way, that empire, that exploitation, and endless war are the price of safety and prosperity. But my family's story and the stories of millions of veterans, of immigrants, and of working people prove that that's a lie. We serve this imperialist war machine only to see it destroy our countries and then come home to find our own communities decaying or targets by racist police and agents. Shame! Shame! We are at a convergence of crises all interconnected. Economic, climactic, and imperial. All created by the same few who profit from our desperation. They want us afraid. They want us isolated. They want us fixated on their manufactured enemies, including each other. So that way we don't see the real enemy, which is a system that values oil more than people and profits more than peace. Venezuela is just another example of the imperial playbook, and that must be broken. And it starts here. It starts with us. It starts by joining together in movements like this, by taking to the streets, but it does not end here. We need to go beyond by organizing our workplaces and our neighborhoods. And we need to talk to our family and our neighbors and educate them on the root cause of all these crises. They are counting on us to be silent. They are counting on us to be divided. They are counting on us to be too tired and misinformed to do anything about it. But if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, and I'm glad you brought up some of that history and how all of these times that our government has bombed other countries in the name of freedom and democracy. Well, do we live in a freer and more democratic country? No. Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more coups, no more wars!
Venezuela isn't yours!
Venezuela isn't yours!
Thank you. I am really honored to bring up our next speaker, a veteran and organizer with About Face and Veterans for Peace. Please join me in welcoming Tyler.
Mic change. Whoa, that's very good. How's it going, everybody? Good. My name is Tyler. I'm a member of About Face and Veterans for Peace here in San Diego. And being born in 2000, I was made to believe that the U.S. military was a force for good. that we were doing the people of the world a favor. I grew up thinking that endless war and endless aggression against these people was normal. I even became a member of the war machine, and although it took a minute, I eventually woke up and I realized the damage the US military has done and continues to inflict. And I'm here to say that this is not normal.
That's right.
Having a military base installed in every country is not normal. Illegally blockading countries, kidnapping sovereign leaders, propping up a genocide is not normal. Make no mistake, this isn't about Maduro as an individual. This is a blatant attempt to steal the natural resources of Venezuela.
That's right. That's right.
Trump even had the audacity to call it our oil. And the months leading up to this, we have seen the extrajudicial murder of innocent fishermen, a clear violation of human rights. And do any of you feel safer because of this?
No!
Exactly. This illegal invasion of Venezuela, a sovereign country, and the kidnapping of Maduro is not the end. It is the beginning of a new war drive. They're already talking about attacking Cuba, attacking Iran. Again, you look away for 1 minute, and the U.S. is already putting their money-hungry hands where it doesn't belong. However, it is also the beginning of a new anti-war movement. We need to rise up and meet these warmongers face to face. We need to tell them that enough is enough. We are tired of these endless wars, and we won't have another generation be raised to believe that this is acceptable.
That's right.
There's already a ton of active duty across the country who are waking up to the same contradictions that I saw in the military. We are here organizing in San Diego and speaking with active duty to inform them of their duty to resist illegal orders. Their duty.
That's right.
That there are groups and resources available to support and organize with them. That they can even separate as a conscientious objector with people like myself who have been down that exact route and can guide them.
That's right. That's right.
If you are in the military or have family members that are, have these conversations with them.
Right.
Tell them to reach out to us. We will no longer be a society that advocates for sending our children to war, and we will no longer be complicit in the murder of our brothers, sisters, and siblings around the world.
That's right.
U.S. out of Venezuela, U.S. out of everywhere. Thank
you. U.S. out of everywhere. Thank you, Tyler. It's so important for us to support our veterans who are bravely speaking out against the war machine. Like Tyler said, if you or anyone you know is active duty, please find Tyler or someone with Veterans for Peace and talk with them about your rights. Biggest threat in the world today?
Biggest threat in the world today.
Hexeth and the USA.
Hexeth and the USA.
All right, next up, we are going to hear from Samar, who is a Palestinian organizer. Please join me in welcoming Samar up here.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. My name is Samar. I'm a Palestinian organizer here. And I'm here to talk to you as people of conscience, people who are aware. How many more times is our government going to attempt to fool us and say, oh, it's for the safety and security of the people. Oh, we're just going to use our tax dollars to send thousands of our people, destroy the lives of hundreds of thousands for the sake of our security and safety. Shame. It is shame. Our rights here were built off the backs of other people, and we need to be aware of this, because your rights are not guaranteed so long as they are dependent on the struggle of others. It is our responsibility to make sure that we stand up for people worldwide, because the effects of our politics reverberate all throughout the world.
That's right.
We all have a responsibility to humanity, and these politicians attempt to invert this duty and saying, oh, we need to go to Venezuela because they need help, while creating, more veterans that are not supported because, mind you, roughly 5% of the homelessness population is made up of who? Veterans. Do they have access to proper medical support? No. So now we're going to create more with this unnecessary war. And we need to understand that Gaza was the canary in the coal mine. Are you guys familiar with that saying? Yeah. Okay. We need to know that for so long, for years, we have watched a genocide unfold on our phones daily, and no change happened. It was backed by our tax dollars, and we allowed nations like Israel to break the sovereignty of how many countries? 7? And then how many countries did the United States bomb last year? Another 7?
Wow.
We continue to do this. This is a dangerous precedent that we have accepted. And do not be fooled that this is limited to Trump. This automatic use of military force started with Bush in 2001 and was used and abused by Barack Obama, the so-called beacon of hope. Fascism does not happen overnight, and fascism does not happen with one president. The people have a duty to be civically engaged and to continue speaking up. Because, again, the same violence that you allow to happen to nations abroad will come and meet you here. If humanity doesn't get you to move, I implore you to understand that that same violence is waiting for you. And the best example of that was the violence that students were met with on campus, here, and all throughout the United States. How many more times is our tax dollars going to be used to wreak havoc in the name of freedom and democracy when we barely have that here? But don't, please, you guys, do not feel hopeless and in despair as we come from a place of privilege here in the United States.
That's right.
This Constitution, I'm going to go back a second. There's this famous African proverb that so long as the lion doesn't learn how to read, the story will always be written from the point of view of the hunters. And this goes for reading as well. Understand this Constitution, because it is a living, breathing document designed for you to engage with it. And we are capable of using this to create the society that we want and we need.
That's right.
We need to be educated. A famous thing that they've always told us as Palestinians growing up, that education is the one thing they cannot take away from you. It's awesome that we are coming out here today as community and networking with one another, but what are the next steps, right? We can't go and stop that war ourselves. We educate and we organize, and my suggestion is let's learn about this Constitution, right? Let's uphold it, because they'll continue to use it and manufacture consent and twist it in whatever way that they want, while taking away your rights because we're not engaging with it.
That's right.
So, we the people, so long as we are united, will never be defeated. And our duty, especially sitting here on unceded indigenous lands that we have accepted for years, we need to always educate about that. And so until we correct the wrongs of the creations of this country, we will continue creating issues all throughout the world affecting all indigenous peoples. We are people of conscience, and we need to learn from past mistakes. And I'm very confident that this generation and this new society that we are entering, we're capable of creating it. We have all the tools at our resources. And say it with me now: the people united will never be defeated.
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 Everything happening in Venezuela is just a piece of the puzzle that affects global politics worldwide. Why do you think? I need you all, this is just, again, speculations coming from me. But the oil, Venezuela, largest oil reserve in the world. The Strait of Hormuz is essential to the oil trade. If they shut that down, guess who has the control over the energy and the power? The United States, because they just took Venezuela's oil. Be cognizant of this. And we are capable of holding our elected officials accountable, because again, this was done without congressional approval. if they want to talk in bureaucratic terms. So use those terms for them. Let the record reflect that. And be confident that we, the people, are capable of creating the change we need. Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. Let's get up one more time. And I'm so glad that we had you out here today because it highlights how our lives and our struggles are interconnected. It is not just a Venezuela issue. If the United States can go around bombing and kidnapping other countries' leaders, that does not bode well for any of us in any country. It's bad news for the whole rest of the world. They have already openly stated, as you're saying, their intentions in considering doing this in other countries. And it truly does not matter what your opinion of those countries' leaders is. The United States has no legal or moral authority to police the rest of the world.
That's right.
And this attack is an attack on democracy and freedom everywhere. Please join me in welcoming our next speaker, Benjamin Prado, who is a representative of Unión del Barrio. Please give it up. While they're making their way up here, let's hear No War on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela.
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela.
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela.
Give it up for Unión!
Thank you very much. Para nuestro pueblo de nuestra América, el pueblo mexicano y latinoamericano, queremos agradecer esta oportunidad de dirigir unas palabras. As the Mexican, Latin American contingent, we appreciate the opportunity to say a few words, and we have an important slogan that we say in Spanish that says, No queremos, no nos da la gana ser una colonia norteamericana. No queremos, no nos da la gana
Ser una colonia
norteamericana. Pero también dice, si queremos, si nos da la gana ser una potencia latinoamericana. Si queremos, si nos da la gana
ser una potencia
latinoamericana. At the core of what we're seeing happening in Nuestra America today shows the empire is at one of its weakest moments. And we say it's one of its weakest moments because it has to use brute force in order to impose its imperialist agenda.
That's right.
We all know very clear that it's about natural resources.
That's right.
It's about resources to come into empire, into the pockets of a billionaire class, an absolute minority
That's right.
of humanity that is killing off a great large portion of not only humanity but also of Mother Earth.
Yep.
We know that this contradiction did not begin overnight. In fact, there was a reminder by the colonial boats just a few minutes ago that came with their bombs or their cannons announcing this continued era of colonial violence against the peoples of Nuestra America, the peoples of this land, indigenous peoples who have been on this continent for millennia, and that today they slander us, calling us illegal or foreigners on our own land. We know clearly the doctrines of discovery and we reject them. We know clearly the doctrines of manifest destiny and we reject them. We know clearly the doctrines of the Monroe Doctrine and we reject it with the Trump corollary. We reject this colonial attack against the peoples of Nuestra America because we are very clear of what that represents. It represents an attack on the very foundations of our principles of life, of having access to our very basic democratic, human, and civil rights. And we know that we can't do it. We know that we need to change this relationship that we have with colonial empire and overturn that relationship once and for all. And the only people capable of doing that are working people, the working class, who today are suffering the sick abductions that we see on a daily basis, the kidnappings that have been perfected in this country by the standing army, whether it be ICE, whether it be Border Patrol, or whether it be the colonial standing army that is being invaded today or being sent to Venezuela today. We know what abductions look like. This system has perfected that science of oppression, of violence, of war. It is the only nation that has invaded and used atomic bombs against civilian populations. What can we expect of it except more of its violence, more of its vile attacks? And again, it doesn't happen overnight like the Palestinian compañera said. There was an individual by the name of Barack Obama who declared Venezuela an unusual threat to the United States. And again, we know why. Because it has the largest reserves of oil anywhere around the world. And the reality today is that the United States, as it's weakening and collapsing, it uses all this brutal might because it recognizes and sees that the world has united to build a contending economic forces and power, and Venezuela is an important component to that. We believe and we support the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. We stand with the people of Venezuela. And we stand in their rights to defend their land, their resources, and their communities and people from this horrendous U.S. empire.
That's right.
We know what side of history we will be on. And we will continue our struggle primarily in our own barrios, defending our own community, defending our working class people from the systematic abduction and concentration camps that are being built to traffic in people. We know what trafficking of people looks like. It was the foundation of this country. In the form of slavery, in the form of land theft, and today in the form of invading other countries. But today we continue to make our commitment to our communities. Nuestra comunidad, sepan esto, que Unión del Barrio está con la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, su heroica lucha por defender su democracia participativa. Esa democracia que nace del pueblo, organizados para defender sus recursos naturales, su mano de obra y su valor de defender su patria contra cualquier intento de colonizar a nuestro pueblo. De esa manera también nos unimos y nos sumamos constantemente día tras día para defender nuestros pueblos de cualquier secuestro de aquella misma ejército que vienen para capturarnos en nuestros barrios. Llámale ICE, llámale la patrulla fronteriza o cualquier agencia hostil que sigue atacando a la clase trabajadora, quienes son los que generan toda la riqueza, quienes son los que generan y hacen andar esta rueda de la historia. Y si la historia nos ha enseñado algo, que este sistema, este gobierno imperialista no empezó con Trump, sino que tienen una larga historia de invadir a nuestros pueblos que buscan rescatar nuestros recursos naturales. Sea el gobierno de Arbenz en Guatemala, sea el gobierno de Allende en Chile, sea los gobiernos de Evo Morales en Bolivia, solo para referirnos a unos ejemplos de invasión, de guerra y de opresión. Por lo tanto, reafirmamos nuestro compromiso de seguir esta lucha combativa hombro a hombro con las y los trabajadores y decirle un fin a este imperio grosero, a este imperio terrorista. Y decimos: Trump, fascista, tú eres terrorista. Trump, fascista, tú eres terrorista. Trump, fascista, tú eres terrorista. Y que viva la revolución bolivariana de Venezuela. ¡Que viva! ¡Viva su pueblo organizado! ¡Que viva! Y que vivan las y los trabajadores en contra de la guerra. ¡Que viva! No queremos, no nos da la gana Ser una colonia norteamericana. Y si queremos, si nos da la gana. Ser una potencia latinoamericana. Muchas gracias, compañeros.
Thank you, Benjamin. Please give it up for Unión del Barrio. As Benjamin pointed out, the issue of immigration and war are one issue. Because while Trump and his racist administration demonize and kidnap our immigrant neighbors here in San Diego, they are doing the same to Venezuelans. And it is the very war and destruction that they wreak onto other countries that drives people to flee their homeland, because the United States has made it unlivable. Shame. Shame! We have one more speaker before we march, and then we'll have a closing program back here. So please welcome up to the mic and to talk more about this, my friend and comrade, Emily. Please give them a warm welcome.
All right. Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
That's right. I feel really, really inspired to be here with you all today. And I'm really inspired by the determination that all of you are demonstrating right now just by being here. Just by being here. Being part of the movement. Yeah, I heard a woo. My name is Emily. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And yeah, oh, well, thank you. And today, you know, I know a lot of my fellow speakers have spoke on it, but one more time, I want to re-emphasize the grounding that we need in why we should all oppose U.S. intervention in Venezuela and everywhere, right? As it's been said, we as the PSL absolutely condemn the kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro. Disgraceful, as many of us have noticed. And you know, those who kidnapped him should be on trial themselves. Because really, this isn't about Maduro. It's really about the beginning of an imperialist war drive.
That's right.
That's right. The reason that the Trump administration is demonizing Maduro is because they do not want the American people to understand the core issue here.
That's right.
That's right, because the issue isn't about him as an individual. It's not about drug trafficking. The issue is that U.S. corporations used to own Venezuelan oil. That is, until a socialist government nationalized those resources and put it under the ownership of the people. And you know what? The U.S. has never forgiven Venezuela for that. Never. We see it, we just saw it, right? Trump even went so far as to say that even this morning, right? When he said, they took our oil. What does he mean? Is that his oil? No, he also declared, oh, we're gonna make so much money off this oil. It's not yours to sell.
That's right.
Venezuela is not yours to sell. He and the oil executives and the weapons manufacturers, they all know exactly what they're doing, and they know why, right? And you know, they're not even trying to hide it. But we know what this is. This is Yankee colonial imperialism, is what it is. The U.S. government speaks in our name, spends our money, without our consent, on war and occupation. Is that right? No. No. Shame. And how many times have we seen this in the past? Too many fucking times. Excuse my language. But yeah, too many times. And even, you know, I bet you, even the youngest person here has lived through at least one war.
Right.
The arrogance, the absolute arrogance of Trump to say that the U.S. will, quote, run Venezuela when they can't even run this country? Oh, that's laughable. That's laughable, because we see unions being threatened. We see schools and healthcare under attack. Our neighbors are being kidnapped from the streets, from their homes. Children being separated from their families. All of this, along with the ongoing genocide of the Palestinian people. Shame. Shame indeed. Do you all think that they're gonna stop with the occupation of Venezuela? No! No. Trump and his administration, they celebrate imperialist, expansionist, endless wars, right? That's their bread and butter. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go for Cuba next. The rest of Central and South America next. Then they're gonna go to Iran. Then they're gonna go to Lebanon. And it's just not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. The US war machine will not stop until it's dominated the world, and that is not hyperbole. This act of aggression that we just witnessed, it sets the stage for Trump to do this again to another people, to another sovereign country. Are we gonna stand by and let that happen? No! No. We live in a city with a Democrat majority. I know we all know that, but do you think that Todd Gloria will condemn it? No.
Fuck you, Todd Gloria! Suck my dick!
The masses are screwing the masses!
They are screwing the masses indeed. Do you all think that the Board of Supervisors, are they going to condemn it? No. And why? Because it would endanger their pockets and their profits, right? They can't let that get in the way of their money. So, but you know, they just cut millions from San Diego social programs. They just cut the office. Shame. They just cut the Office of Immigrant Affairs. Shame in a border town like San Diego. Shame. And on top of all this, they increased the police budget by millions of dollars. Shame, shame indeed. And on top of all this, you know, Todd Gloria, oh, I know how we feel about Todd Gloria. I get it. But you know what? He's been too scared. He's been too scared to stand up to Trump, right?
That's right.
Todd Gloria's a pussy-ass bitch!
Even on issues that would endanger the rights and safety of San Diegans, he hasn't said anything.
That's right.
So if he won't stand up for San Diego, why should we trust him to stand against endless wars?
Follow the money.
Can't.
Follow the money.
We can't. We follow the money. We see where the money leads them.
Human trafficking.
But there's a lot wrong with this world, isn't there? But you know what? You know what? The only power that can strike at the root of imperialism, of capitalism, the only power is people power. Is that right? And that's how not only we all here today, I cannot count all of us, but it's at least a few hundred. All of us here today, plus the Venezuelan people, they're out in the streets today too. The whole country is united against this act of terrorist aggression from the United States, and they're taking the streets. We're taking the streets together. Isn't that beautiful? And just as a reminder, I know we all know it, but we all, you know, this war is not for our benefit. It's not for the the Venezuelan people's benefit. It's not for them, right? Who is it for then? Billionaires, corporations, right? Exactly. It's all of that. It's for the profits of the billionaire elite. Yes? It's for U.S. domination and control. But who's going to have to go fight this war? Is it going to be their kids? No. Exactly. Exactly. It's going to be our kids. It's going to be our loved ones that fight this endless war that none of us wanted. Shame. Here is my call of action to all of you. Continue showing up. Continue being a part of the people's anti-war movement.
Yes.
Right. Free Palestine. Yes. Every single one of you has something you can contribute to this movement. And we need everybody. We need everybody if we're going to defeat the U.S. empire. And being a part of this movement is for your kids, for your kids' kids, for dignified lives and futures for all of us, because we deserve it.
That's right.
I forgot my closing. Oh, yeah. I just want to say, I want to remind us again, the only power that can end the endless wars is what? That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Please join me in welcoming out Chelsea.
Hey guys! My name's Chelsea God. Some of you may know me. I'm a prominent social media creator here in San Diego. I just got my account banned because I called Benjamin Netanyahu a murderous dictator, and I would do it again. I'm here today to tell you guys about an action that we do that's just 25 minutes away from where we're standing right now. Every single one of you is here today because you want to be involved in your community, because you want to make a difference in the world, and I promise you that when you show up, it matters. So please give yourself a round of fucking applause, San Diego! Let's fucking go, San Diego! I want you to take the energy that you feel here today and carry it with you all throughout the year, because 2026 is the year of organizing. How do we take our country back? We organize. How do we take our country back? We communicate with each other. How do we take our country back? We organize. How do we take our country back? We organize. How do we take our country back? We organize. How do we take our country back? We organize. That's right, and I want to see you guys show up every Sunday, 25 minutes from here, outside Otay Mesa. Yeah. We have a for-profit concentration camp in our own backyard. There are men and women being locked in there every single day. And over the next few weeks, you're going to hear a bunch of MAGA, freakazoid, Trump apologists tell you that they're saving Venezuelans. But I know where Venezuelans are really being taken.
That's right.
They're being taken to a for-profit concentration camp 25 minutes away from here. And they are making money off of every single thing they do in there.
That's right.
I really encourage you guys to show up to the Otay Mesa action, because I promise you that you will leave changed. You will leave a changed person. When we first started showing up there, they didn't know we were showing up. And now I get messages from family members, and we talk to the people inside. They send us their A numbers, and we put money on their books so they can call their families. And we change lives by showing up every Sunday. Because how do we take our country back? We organize. How do we take our country back? Organize. Let's take our country back, and come see me and all of the people with the International Deport Melania campaign and the San Diego Bike Brigade at Otay Mesa every Sunday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And I'm going to hand this off to the organizers. But let's fucking go, San Diego!
Thank you. All right, and we're actually not going to do the split of the program anymore, so we're going to finish out the program of speakers here. We're going to march. It's a brief march, and then we'll just have some closing remarks here. So please join me in welcoming up our next speaker, Francis from Activist San Diego. Give it up for Francis.
Thank you all, and a huge thanks to PSL for pulling this together on such quick notice. I want to talk about, well, we heard the first speaker was from Answer Coalition, stands for Act Now to End War and Racism. So I want to talk about the racism part of the war and how those two are connected. In 2019, the U.S. imposed sanctions on Venezuela's state-owned oil company. And that led to the crippling of their economy and led to a massive amount of economic refugees fleeing to neighboring countries. 1.7 million are in Peru, it's estimated. Now, my mother came from Lima, and about 2.5 years ago, I was there for a wedding of my niece. And one of the most mind-blowing things was hearing the Peruvian racism against the Venezuelans. And it's important to recognize that white supremacy, exists not just here in America, but all across the globe. And even within populations of color, we've got things called colorism, which means the lighter skin we can be, the closer to the white people we can be, the more we are going to have privilege, and the more that, we are taken care of. And that is a disgrace. That's right. And mind you, it's something that lives within all of us. I am not guilty. I am guilty of colorism and learning to unpack how I grew up with that. But to hear my Peruvian relatives, not all of them, some of them say, oh, don't use Uber because Venezuelans drive on Uber. Use this other car company where they don't let Venezuelans drive. Now, Venezuelans do have a lot of guns. and they perhaps were the ones that bring in guns with them when they fled to Peru. Now, and there's accusations that they're stealing and they're criminals, right? These are any crimes they are committing, let's just call them, they're crimes of poverty. And the crimes, the white collar crimes, the corporate crimes, the corruption at the top is being completely ignored. The accusations of crimes of poverty, we are ruthless to treat how we treat those people. And so, if you haven't already, I do highly recommend watching Zoran Mamdani's mayoral inauguration address from the other day, and Bernie Sanders' speech. And some of the things that he said, basically we are here to fight for the many and not just the wealthy few. That's right. And that's here in this city, in this country, and all across the globe. There are many, many poor people who are deserve to live in freedom with their needs met, just like we all do. So we must act locally and globally. We must fight on all fronts, including the electoral front. We gotta stop conceding electoral work. Elections matter.
That's right.
And coalitions. We gotta keep building stronger coalitions. And I have to say, I am so happy to see so many different organizations here. So many that last year we were all like tiptoeing around each other. Can we work with each other? I don't know. Maybe, but here we all are. And in the last 12 hours, so many orgs have come out here today and mobilized their people. And that's just, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I want to close just by asking, if you forwarded this event, if you invited someone else, if you posted on your social media, raise your hand. That is how organizing happens, person by person. So keep it up. Activist San Diego stands with you all. MLK Day is coming up, and our monthly January 3rd Monday of the month always falls on MLK Day, which is always awesome. So we invite you to that. And I think that there's a MLK Day parade here, and I do think that us peaceniks should join that parade this year and have a big peace contingency. So I guess that's my call to action. Let's organize it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Activist San Diego. All right, we just have a couple more people here, so please welcome up to the mic Reverend Danny from CODEPINK. Please give a warm welcome for Reverend Danny.
Donald Trump, you can't hide.
Donald Trump, you can't hide.
You are guilty of war crime.
You are guilty of war crime.
Donald Trump, you can't hide.
Donald Trump, you can't hide.
You are guilty of war crime.
You are guilty of war crime.
And then it came to me. USA, you can't hide.
USA, you can't hide.
You are guilty of war crime.
You are guilty of war
One more time. USA, you can't hide.
USA, you can't hide.
You are guilty of war crime.
You are guilty of war crime.
Yes, and that's the truth of the whole matter right now. I'm Reverend Danny from CODEPINK San Diego, and we're feminists. Feminist peace activists. Give it up for that. If you're not a feminist, you should not be out here.
That's right.
You shouldn't be out here. That's just the way it is. Okay, I just want to say a couple things real fast because we want to be conscious of the time. I was never a long-winded preacher when I was in the pulpit, but we would say this. We wrestled a long time at CODEPINK with, what do we call this now? Because we've moved past like October 7th in Palestine when everybody was in the street, everybody was out there, Trump got elected, then ICE, then Venezuela. So what's going on here? And so we use this term intersectionality. And I was like, what is that, you know? And it seems to be a red herring. And what came to me is what the scriptures talk about, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. So what you're dealing with is the U.S. war machine. Light bulb came off. That is the enemy behind the scene, is the U.S. war machine. So CODEPINK takes a bold stand on that. We take a bold stand about Palestine, free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine must be free.
Palestine must be free.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
And I'll send up the here. Medea is one of our leaders, and she talks about now what's going on in Venezuela, the oppression, the white colonialism. Thank you, Francis, for talking about race there. The white colonialism is now the demon behind the scene. So we invite you to come in coalition with us on CODEPINK, CODEPINK SD. Look us up on Instagram. We're all in our pink. And I have some cards if you'd like to join us too. But we'll end up with this. From Venezuela to the Philippines.
From Venezuela to the Philippines.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
From Venezuela to the Philippines.
From Venezuela to the Philippines.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
From Venezuela to the Philippines.
From Venezuela to the Philippines.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
Bless you, free Palestine.
Thank you so much. Please welcome up our next speaker, who is going to be Siren with the League of Filipino Students at UCSD. Give a warm welcome for Siren.
Hello everyone, my name is Siren. Thank you guys for coming out today to show up for Venezuelans and for all other oppressed countries who are fighting against imperialism. My name is Siren. I'm part of League of Filipino Students at UCSD. And yeah, we're just here to talk today about I guess we see now, last night, with the bombings and the kidnapping of the Venezuelan president, we see patterns. We've seen this violence before, and we see it now, and we're going to keep on seeing it. As we see these imperialist powers, the United States and other imperialist powers preparing for war and colluding against traitors in Venezuela, traitors against the Venezuelan people who want to welcome Trump in, who want to open up foreign investments to their oil and to all of their resources. Right? Shame. Yeah. And we see the bombings that killed civilians, and similarly in the Philippines, actually last night, there was a bombing in the Philippines by the Philippines government, the fascist government, that killed youth activists who are fighting for the sovereignty of the Philippines, who are fighting against the imperialist powers in this struggle. Shame. Yeah. As we see the United States really trying to have a grasp on Venezuela now, and Latin America, we'll probably see that they'll try to enact a puppet president. We already see them colluding with the traitors in Venezuela, and we'll see that these puppet presidents are gonna open foreign investments. And in the Philippines, we actually see that kind of economy is detrimental to the proletariat, to the regular people, and not the 1%. That's right. And that's why we see today hundreds and thousands of Filipinos leaving that kind of corrupt economy to places like the US. Hundreds of thousands, 10,000 Filipinos leave every day because there's no jobs and there's no economy that they can actually sustain themselves. And so that kind of economy we see really only benefits the imperialist powers. And as we see, as we see this invasion to gather resources, we see that the military is actually they're pawns in this imperialist regime. And here in San Diego, you know, we're a very military town, and even in UCSD, where the Navy is colluding with the engineering department to coerce them into grabbing like military jobs. But we say that we will not, the students will not participate in this war machine.
That's right.
And we will not take part, and we will actually be part of the fight against imperialist powers.
That's
because
right.
Youth and students have played a historical role against imperialism all over the world. And so we urge people to join us to take up the fight against the fascism in the Philippines, against the fascist regimes in the US, and in all places with imperialist control. And we urge you guys to keep on fighting with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Siren and the Filipino student organizers. It's really so beautiful to have so many different people and organizations from all kinds of diasporas and different areas of organizing up here today to really see how united our common struggle is. And as many of our speakers have mentioned, being organized is crucial for winning the change we want to see and stopping this administration and the war machine. One important part of that is organizing our workplaces. It's a very important part. And whether that's getting involved in your union, if you already have one, organizing a union if you don't, or just talking to your coworkers. We've seen more and more buzz around a general strike here in this country, which is a huge monumental thing. So wanted to plug to check out General Strike US and also my own org that I'm a part of, PSL, national pages for more information about that. Talk to your coworkers, talk to the people in your life about what's going on. And with that, I'm very proud to welcome up our final speaker before our brief march, a seasoned labor organizer here in San Diego and an independent socialist candidate for El Cajon mayor. Welcome, Alexander Kraft.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you to the organizers. And you know, when I first got started in organizing and activism, it was way back in 2001, 2003. And boy, you know, I'm getting a really strong sense of deja vu holding the same fucking sign that I was holding over 20 years ago. Because they're doing the same thing. The same thing that this country has always done. The same playbook that they have been running for decades, since before that. And we've seen this country is hungry for oil. It is thirsty for oil. And the people in charge, the billionaires, are willing to do whatever it takes to murder whoever it takes. Do not believe these narratives that, you know, at least they had the... At least 20 years ago, they made an effort. At least 20 years ago, they respected us enough to lie to us about why they were even doing it, to make a show of creating popular support and selling it to Congress. Today we woke up to learn that the president had unilaterally, without even the barest mask of justification, invaded a sovereign country and kidnapped its leadership. Shame! It is outrageous. It is outrageous, it is illegal, but it is what they've been doing. It's what they've been doing for a long time. Now, we've had a lot of people talk today about solidarity with the people of Venezuela, about how absolutely top to bottom wrong this is. I'm running for mayor in El Cajon, California. And when you're running for office, especially in a place like El Cajon, you need to talk to a lot of different people. And as people up here today have said, the only hope that we as a movement have to end this war, to end this regime, to end this economic and political system that is built on exploitation and genocide from its very beginnings, is to build a mass movement, is to organize not just with the other people who are here today, all right, not just with the people who follow the same accounts as you on social media, but with your co-workers, with your families, okay? And some of them are going to be hearing narratives every time the United States does something like this. They can always trot out a couple of people who've bought into the U.S. system, who are willing to say, oh, actually, I'm really glad that the United States is invading my country.
That's right.
That's right, they do, and they're gonna buy into it, believe you me. And most of the people in this country are right now being overwhelmed. As I was driving over here, listening to the supposedly liberal NPR, they were interviewing Venezuelan after Venezuelan, talking about how glad they were that this was happening. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the conversations that I'm having in El Cajon that you're going to be having with your coworkers and friends and family about why this invasion of Venezuela, we all know that it is morally reprehensible what they're doing to the people of Venezuela. But it is also morally reprehensible what they are doing to the people here in El Cajon and here in the United States. Buckeyes. Buckeyes. Because you know what? They've got an aircraft carrier parked off the coast of Venezuela that costs $13 billion. $13 billion. How many houses can we buy for unhoused people in this country with $13 billion? How many teachers? How many librarians? That's right. How much healthcare? How much healthcare? Guess what? Guess what? Yale researchers have found that universal single-payer healthcare, do you know what the price tag would be? It would be cheaper. It would be cheaper than the system that we have today. Yeah. So this is not about liberating other countries, about bringing them democracy. This is not about justice. One of the places that they bombed last night was the tomb of Hugo Chavez. What do you think that was about? Why do you think that they did that? So listen, I'm running for office, and this is going to sound interesting for someone who's running for office to tell you, but politicians are not going to save us. We are not going to vote our way out of this. We have been voting. We have been voting, and we have been raising our voices and making our opinion heard for our entire lives and since before that. Because every single progressive reform that we have ever seen in this country, from the end of slavery to labor laws, to votes for women, to civil rights, to the end of any war that we've ever been able to end, not one of them have we ever gotten because a politician woke up one day with a fucking conscience. Right? Never. It has always been because of an insurgent people's movement, just like this one. Just like this one. It creates a crisis. It stands up and says, no, this will end, this will change, and if it does not, we are going to create a crisis where you have two choices: to give in to our demands or to crash the entire system. And maybe crashing the entire system is exactly what needs to happen. But in the meantime, we need to be fighting by every single means necessary against this fascist regime, and I'm willing to call it fascist now. And I used to be one of those people who said, let's not get too crazy, let's make sure that we use words right, but that's what it is. We're living in fascism in this country right now.
That's right!
What it's going to take is unifying the labor movement and people's movements. It's going to take, like the previous speaker said, join your union, get active in your union, build your union. If you don't have one, create one. Get them out here. If you have a union, fight to make it fight. Do not wait for a politician to save you, although we do need to be running for local office, and guess what? It's looking real good. I'm gonna win out there. You can do it too. You can do it too. Run for office. Run for your school board. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They got it. They made it. The fascists made it a point to get into our local school boards and election boards. Fuck Turning Point USA. So listen, what I'm asking you to do today, you probably think I'm going to ask you to vote for me, and I am. If you live in El Cajon, don't vote for me if you don't live in El Cajon. But what I'm going to ask you to do is make this work a part of your everyday life. Join an organization. Thank you for coming out today. The Party for Socialism and Liberation is here. Unión del Barrio is here. The DSA is here. There are several organizations out here. And this is something that you need to make CODEPINK, you need to make a part of your daily life. You need to talk not just to other people on social media or people who you think might agree with you. Talk to people you think will disagree with you. Point out the ways that this harms them and harms you. Nobody is asking you to give up your own best interests. We are working class people, and socialism and a better way forward is good for us, not just the rest of the world. So thank you so much for coming out. Let's get the march started. Kraft for mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Not another nickel, not another dime.
Not another nickel, not another dime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
Bombing Venezuela is a crime.
We know what we're fighting for.
We know what we're fighting for.
Not another endless war.
Not another endless war.
And I'm fired up and I'm ready to take to the streets and march for the people in Venezuela, for the people all over the world who are sick and tired of this government thinking that they can tell everyone else what to do. We are standing up and we are saying no more. We are done with this war machine. We are building the anti-war movement here in the United States. So we are going to take to the streets. It is a short march because we are aware that the sun will set soon. But I want us all to feel that energy that we got from all of these incredible speakers and everything that we said. And think about what the people in Venezuela are experiencing right now. What is going through their mind and how they are willing to fight for their country. And the least we can do is be ready to be out here and be loud for them. Can I hear you be loud for Venezuela? Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Please join me. We're gonna march off on this way, and let's keep the energy going. We're gonna have a few very final closing announcements on next steps when we get back over here. So stay with us. We have some next things for you to do and get plugged into. Let me hear you one more time. No war on Venezuela!
No war on Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
Stop bombing Venezuela!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more coups, no more wars!
No more guns for empire! Hey, Rubio, you're on fire!
No more women for empire!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido.
El
Pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
unido jamás será vencido.
Hey, do we need to slow down maybe a little bit?
Let me hear you give it up. No war on Venezuela.
Can we try a little call and response? Maybe? Yeah? Okay. All right, so you're just going to respond to me, shut it down, okay? All right. Trump's lies.
Shut it down.
Imperialism.
Shut it down.
Endless war.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
Trump's lies.
Shut it down.
Imperialism.
Shut it down.
Endless war.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut it down.
Trump's lies.
Shut it down.
Imperialism.
Shut it down.
Endless war.
Shut it down.
The whole damn system.
Shut ser una colonia norteamericana. No queremos, no nos da la gana ser una colonia norteamericana. Sí queremos y nos da la gana ser una potencia latinoamericana. Sí queremos y nos da la gana ser una potencia latinoamericana. Shut it down! No war on Venezuela! Stop bombing Venezuela! No war on Venezuela! Stop bombing Venezuela! El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Unido jamás será vencido. Venezuela! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva el pueblo bolivariano de Venezuela! ¡Que viva! ¡Somos un pueblo! ¡Sin fronteras! ¡Somos un pueblo! ¡Sin fronteras! ¡Somos un pueblo! ¡Sin fronteras! ¡Somos un pueblo!
Money for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
All right, give it up for all of the wonderful speakers and organizations who came out here today. And a sincere and heartfelt thank you, of course, to everyone who spoke, but also to each and every one of you for coming out on a moment's notice. I want to ask everyone to look to your left and And now look to your right. These people next to you are who we will find strength in. Because each of us believes in a world free of war, where nations can determine their own destiny. We believe in a world where our government funds our schools, our health care, not bombing people overseas.
That's right.
The people to your left and right care enough about that world to be here today. And we're going to need each other because we have a task ahead of us. Trump has declared that the United States is going to take over and occupy Venezuela. Are we going to sit back and accept that?
No!
Trump said that U.S. oil companies would have military backup as they move into the region to steal their oil. Are we going to accept that?
No!
And he said that more strikes may still be on the way. I ask you, are we going to sit back and accept that?
No!
And so I say again, we have a task ahead of us, friends. I am tasking each of you here today with talking to the people in your life, with talking about them with what's going on in the world. Continue using your voice to speak out against this insanity. It is the least that we can do for our neighbors in Venezuela. So I have a couple of final things to ask you. We will be holding a teach-in next Saturday at 1 p.m. at the San Diego Liberation Center on Venezuela. I hope to see you and that you will all bring new face with you too. There are so many lies being spread about what's going on. It's important that we educate ourselves and our loved ones with love and compassion, but also with urgency. Also, next month, February 15th, Karama, another wonderful local organization, is going to be hosting a screening of, I've seen it already, it's a really incredible, powerful film by the filmmaker Abby Martin, who made Gaza Fights for Freedom. And the new film is called Earth's Greatest Enemy. It is about the war machine. It is very related to what's going on. So I encourage everyone to check out Karama and attend that screening and see it. If you haven't seen it, and I will see it again because it's incredible. If you are not already in an organization, join one. As many have said, it is so important for us to be organized. And if you're already organized, then bring someone else in your life into an organization, because we are rebuilding the anti-war movement in the United States. Right. And this is just the beginning. Yeah. Thank you.